നമസ്കാരം. വളരെ വ്യത്യസ്തയായ ഒരു വ്യക്തിത്വത്തെയാണ് ഇന്ന് നിങ്ങളുടെ മുന്നിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. ലക്ഷ്മി നാരായൺ ത്രിപാഠി, ആചാര്യ മഹാമണ്ഡലേശ്വർ കിന്നർ അഖാര. അതുമാത്രം പറഞ്ഞാൽ പോരാ അവരെക്കുറിച്ച്. അവരൊരു നർത്തകിയാണ്, ഭരതനാട്യം നർത്തകിയാണ്. അതിനുമപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് ഒരു സോഷ്യൽ ആക്ടിവിസ്റ്റാണ്, അവരൊരു അഭിനേത്രിയാണ്, അവരൊരു മോഡലാണ്, അവരൊരു എഴുത്തുകാരിയാണ്. അങ്ങനെ പല മേഖലകളിൽ തിളങ്ങി നിൽക്കുന്നൊരു വ്യക്തിത്വം. കൂടുതൽ അറിയാം ലക്ഷ്മി നാരായൺ ത്രിപാഠിജിയെക്കുറിച്ച്.
നമസ്കാരം.
When I say about her, she's a dancer, she's a social activist, she's an actor, she's an entrepreneur and whatnot. All rolled in one. Namaste ji.
Namaskar. I'm really very happy to be with you on your television and to be in front of people of God's own country, Kerala. It is one of the beautiful state which I keep coming to Kerala. Today I am at Tapasya, of course, and otherwise I love Kerala and Malayali people a lot.
We are actually blessed to have you here, and this is God's own country, and you are very close to God. That's how you are here, I'm sure. Transgenders are supposed to be very close to God. That's what our belief is. When I was thinking about you, I read about you, I googled about this name, and I found that you have come through different stages in life. Different stages in the sense, till the age of 7 was your first stage of life. Then comes a second to up to 22, 23 in your 20s. And later on the third stage.
Yeah, life has always been a roller coaster road for me, and it has been beautiful. Life is always beautiful, I believe, and that beauty comes out in every aspect, and that is the beauty which I have lived my life. When you told like a small child I was, when I was a child, people used to mock at me, people used to talk different things. The day I learned to say no to my abuser, to people who were teasing me, people on the streets who were making fun out of me, the day I learned to say no, my life changed. And after when my life changed, I became like a Pepsi bottle. When you shake and open it, just flushes up, you know. So my life totally changed, left, right and center. And from there, becoming a dance teacher, recognizing yourself as a trans woman, because right from your childhood you don't understand that you're a trans woman, you're a transgender person. People obviously ask me when I was young, you know, people ask me when I went out of India, so the biggest question is, when did you realize that you are different?
Yeah.
And I always say I never realized I was different. It was the world which made me realize I was different. I was a small child. I was a small child who wanted to study, who wanted to play in the grounds, but my senior used to call me Chakka, Hijda, Mamu, all sorts of slang words were thrown at my face. As a child, I never understood what it meant also. Slowly while growing up, I came to realize that because I was very feminine, I was a very effeminate child. So then I realized I am neither boy nor girl, but I am a woman inside. It was always there with me, but I was not even a girl. So this all things, and it was a big question mark in front of me whenever I used to stand in front of the mirror. Because of my femininity, I was abused at my very young age. I was sexually abused for a very long time, and the day I learned to say no to my abuser, my life changed.
But when you were a kid, when you in your childhood times, of course, definitely people outside your family may mock at you, might have mocked at you or ridiculed you or abused you, as you said. But what was the response from the family, from your mom and from your dad?
For the family, I was a dancer, I was a sick child, I had asthma problems, I had cough and everything. So I was very caretaken, and my family was a very loved family. The relationship with everybody was very strong. Today also my father and mother are not there, but my brother and sister, we are a very strong family, and that makes it different. See, today I am 44. The time when I came out, it was a different world.
Right.
Today we talk about transgender issue. Today you are interviewing me in a state of Kerala where once the state wrote to the center there are no transgenders in Kerala.
Yes.
Yeah. And today Kerala is one of the leading states for supporting transgender rights,
Correct.
activism. So much good things are
And
happening.
even
in
jobs are reserved for them.
yeah, jobs are reserved for them. So in Kerala, the difference is there today. From saying there is no transgender, and today one of the state which is leading in trans activism. So this is a big difference.
I do believe that this is also a trans activism, what we are doing right now here.
Yeah,
Research
now
Chat.
this is also trans activism. Of course, this is activism, but it is very necessary to understand. In my time, when I came out at a very young age, that I'm a trans woman, that time the world was different. That time people didn't even know what is transgenders.
Even we Malayalis, when we think about Mumbai and all, in olden times people used to tell us that when we go to Mumbai, in your streets also you could even meet a hijra, and some people were they were actually afraid of hijras. So that kind of notion was there. I don't know whether it was wrong or right or what is exactly.
See, because the traditional way of living was begging or doing sex work or giving blessings when child is born or when there is marriage. In the northern, this is the whole culture. That culture is not in Kerala. But as you go north of India, this culture is there. But normally people...
Which means in North India, this community they got more recognition and acceptance when compared to South India.
Yeah, first the culture, if you go to see, today also in Kerala there is no culture when there is a marriage, you don't invite transgenders, right?
Right.
But in North there is a culture which is this, because they say that when Ram was born and when Krishna was born, our community members went and took badhai, took neek badhai, how to put badhai in
Neek
English?
badhai matlab in English mein?
In English, good. They went and gave good wishes and prayers to the house. So they gave some money and some clothes and some saris. So that is one tradition, and that tradition is known as the badhai.
Okay.
So this is the whole tradition.
So that is why North Indians they revere and
they respect
transgender.
But with respect also there is stigma and discrimination also. So there is both the things. At one point you want the blessings, another point you just don't want to recognize the people.
Okay.
So this is
that's a dual standard, isn't it?
That is dual standard. Over here now things are changing in the south, you know.
When you recognize or when you realize that you're a transgender woman, to whom did you go first? Is it to your mom or any other family member?
No, I didn't go to anybody in my family. I was a trans woman and I was enjoying my life, and then Section 377 movement started. And so there was a very big press conference. Ashok Rao Kavi, the gay activist, he invited me for that conference. So when he invited me for the conference, that was a fun that somebody was saying this right is not there, that right is not there. So I stood up and I started speaking in English that we need our constitutional rights. We need rights as an Indian first. We need our basic human right as a human being.
As a citizen
of this country. So everybody was very shocked to see a hijra person speaking English. A trans woman speaking English.
And a hijra person, educated hijra person.
Educated hijra people. So the press went mad and then they all wanted interviews. But I took step backward to give interviews first. So Ashok said, you should give an interview to Z, because Z was the news channel in North India in those times. So I gave the interview on Z. My parents came to know about my gender from the television.
Oh God! And what was the response?
It was a bomb blast at home. It was like nightmare. So I was called at home and everything all started, that how this can happen, you know, you shouldn't be doing these things. But I was very firm.
That time you were learning Bharatanatyam
I was learning Bharatanatyam.
and doing college also?
Yeah, doing my schooling.
Schooling, okay.
I was in, I was in college.
Yeah.
First year, 11th standard. And then afterwards, my parents got very much annoyed first. And they didn't know what to react. But I was very firm. I said, I want to live life like that only. If you'll force me to do anything, I'll come.
How could you gain that strength?
I don't know. I was like that. I was a stubborn child. I was like very, very strong. I was. Nothing could, move me from left, right. I was very strict with myself.
And then what happened at home?
My mother said to my daddy that whatever is, it is our child. I cannot see my child going on the street and begging or doing sex work or wrong things on the road. Nothing. We cannot let our child leave the house. Let Laxmi live her life.
Okay. That's how finally
And then,
they accepted
finally
you.
then they said our next flat was given on rent. My father took it out from rent and he told me, this is your place. Whatever you want to do, however you want to dress up, you should dress up from home and go.
Oh,
You are not dressing up outside and making fun of yourself. You will dress up at home and go, that even I should see you this way. And my father was very strong man.
and later on they started treating you as a
No, they-
girl or started calling you as a daughter or?
No, my parents were very blunt. For them, I am their son only till the last breath. But they accepted me as I wanted to live life.
Okay. That
For-
is more important.
They said, for us, you are a child. And what type of child you are, that is up to us. But as you want to live your life, you can live your life. In that, we won't poke our nose in between.
Great.
But you are not going to do anything wrong which will get the family's name bad.
So was there anybody else other than your family to support you at that time?
No, my brother and sister, we all were very cool family.
Anybody from outside family, your friends? Or?
No, then the whole drama starts, no? Your friends leave and go. And then afterwards, I became suddenly lonely. And then afterwards, because it was very low class, that you go to the Hijra community and you have joined. What is the necessary for you to join Hijra community? You are a dancer and this and that. But I was quiet. I used to do all my work. Slowly, my friends also realized. They again became my friends. But there was only one friend who was always with me. Now he's no more. He's a Malayali.
Oh,
Praveen Balayan. He passed away in 2019 due to severe heart attack. And which was very sad because he was my best friend from my childhood. That was only one best friend which I had, and now he's no more in this
you
world.
have that connect with Kerala,
So,
even from
yeah,
that age.
From that age, from young age. And then my dance teacher was Malayali, Baby Johnny. Her daughter was my tuition teacher, Sonia Miss. Then my Menon Miss from my craft teacher,
Okay.
who was my biggest support in my school. People used to tease me in the school, so I used to go and cry on her shoulders. So she used to say, baby, you are not the crowd, you are the face in the crowd. So Menon Miss is one, see, so all Malayalis I have in my life.
That's why off camera we even spoke in Malayalam.
Yeah.
You could at least utter a few words in Malayalam, no?
Yeah, I can understand Malayalam. I know few songs like Vigneshwara Vadugu, Kai Tudumne, Vignangal Kodade, Nei Chidene, Vignana Deepangal Kolutti Vechu, Vishweshwara Vadugu, Kai Tudumne. So these are few songs in Bharatanatyam, Malayalam songs we have done. And Mohiniyattam also I had learned from my dance teacher. So I love Kerala songs and everything.
So you know Mohiniyattam is the dance of the enchantress.
Yes, the enchantress.
So you love Mohiniyattam.
Of course,
as
I am one enchantress.
That's
so
why I
love
was about
that.
to ask that. Great. So that was your childhood, a mixture of emotions and feelings and
Means
expectations.
expectations and things is all about understanding yourself. That era of my life, till my adolescence and till my college, I entered college, it was all being comfortable in your skin, accepting yourself as you are, loving yourself as you are. So then only the strength comes, no? I always say one should have the art of loving oneself. If you love yourself, if you be comfortable in your skin, then the world is a different place for you. Otherwise, it's a very difficult place.
So people accepting you as a trans woman, before that, have you ever cursed your body, your physique?
No, I was
Never.
quite comfortable.
You were comfortable.
I didn't even bother about the world. I used to curse other people for not accepting
Oh,
me.
great.
I was all chilled about myself.
Yes.
I didn't care at all that what you are thinking. If you don't like me, if you don't want to talk to me, you're not even in the list at people I should look at.
Great.
So this was my whole policy in life.
So you were very positive and strong, and what I should say is your willpower was
Very strong.
very strong.
I will, and that is because once your parents accept you,
Nothing matters.
nothing matters. Once you come back home and you have a home where your family is with you, then nothing is bothering.
Where you have a place to shoulder your feelings.
Yeah, shoulder our feelings, where you have your parents. Basically, see, for a trans people, for anybody, any boy, girl, trans, whatever you say, if your parents accept you, so that is the basic thing what is there for a child, for the growth of the child, that is the most important thing.
That's a message for our audience, actually.
Yeah, it is very necessary, because it is the basic foundation of the child is built upon that trust. So whenever my parents were, my mother till her last breath, I could speak everything to my mother. This happened, that happened, I ate the food at this time, what I ate, what not I ate, all the report I used to give to my mother.
Acha.
So that kind of connection was there.
Okay, so that was about your childhood. If I ask you more questions at length, you will have answers, definitely, I'm sure. But let me come to the next stage of your life. When you become a young, pretty woman, how was the life that time?
Oh, that time I was become enchantress, what you said. Enchantress.
Still you are enchanting.
Yeah. No, still I'm very young.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course,
I
you are
feel I'm
doing
only
that.
16 till that date.
Okay.
Yes, that time it was all about college, about affairs, about having boyfriends, about, I was into model coordination, I was in Bollywood.
Oh,
And I had a dance school, all my dance children going in for music album shootings and all that. So that was a complete different lifestyle.
you
which was,
also acted in movies, and
I acted in
you-
movies, yes.
You worked as model also.
I
Model
worked as
coordin-
models, I worked for fashion designers.
You worked on ramps.
Yes, I did Laxmi Fashion Week, I did.
Yeah, that's nice. I'll come to all those aspects. Before that, let me ask you your journey to win the judgment in 2014, transgenders as the third gender, getting acceptance from the community, from legal authorities, from the nation, from the people of India. How was it?
See, this activism all started way back in 1999, and we started the first organization, the Welfare Society, which was Asia's first organization of transgender women, hijras, right from the chairperson to the peon, everybody from the community. It was a community-based organization.
Okay.
And then the whole activism started, because that time HIV was in its full form. People were scared about HIV. We started the first project of transgenders in Mumbai district, which was a pilot project which was given by the Mumbai District AIDS Control Society. From there it started from there. And then, but HIV is a drop in the ocean.
Various
Now-
other problems are faced.
Yeah, but the other problems which force you to be on that verge of HIV becomes biggest problems. So that's our completely, our vision turned towards basic rights as an Indian, basic rights as a human being. So we went to the court, the Supreme Court. I was the intervener in the Nalsa judgment case. And then the Supreme Court gave the judgment, where from the first paragraph my name is there, because my book Me Hijra Me Laxmi was coming, and there was an essay which was written, which was given to the judges to read that essay and everything. So it says that how I have suffered in the school by going there. The child shouldn't suffer, no. That's why there are many children go dropouts. People don't complete their education, and that is a very sad point. If you don't complete your education, so education is the basic, or what you say, which creates the foundation of the person. And education gives you a willpower. Education gives you the strength to face the world, and that itself was written in that whole judgment. Then we got in 2014 the judgment was given by this Honorable Supreme Court. I believe one of the judges were from Kerala. One of the justice was from South India, I believe. Then that was the historical day.
Making judgment of the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court judgment. I was in the courtroom, and I went on crying like a baby when I heard the judgment, because for the first time in my entire life, I felt that I am an Indian as equal to any man and woman. So feeling that feeling nobody can take away from me.
Yes.
And that was the biggest day for my life.
I wanted to know more about your organization, Astitwa, what you do with that organization.
We were first with Astitwa. Now Astitwa is not that much active. Now I am with Gaurav. So Astitwa, first we all were working for bureaucracy, advocacy, which was there, making people understand what are the rights of the transgenders.
Okay.
Because it's an ongoing process to talk to across political parties, people, because people know there are transgenders, but they don't know the real problem of transgenders. It is very necessary to educate people. At times, being non-educated, being naive about things is good, but at such issues no one shouldn't be naive about. Today, India, after the Supreme Court justice, the Parliament passed the Transgender Act. Though there may be problems in the Act, but still today we have something on paper.
At least transgenders also know, even those who are not educated also know there is some act has been passed, and we have some rights.
Policies. Today now with the Smile project we have a Garima Grace, that is the shelter home for the transgender people. It has been a scholarship for education. Then for entrepreneurship there is funds which has been allocated. This we wouldn't be talking 10 years before, there was nothing.
You were talking about the entrepreneurship, giving help for the entrepreneurs in the community. Tell me about your entrepreneurship, Kinneer.
So we started Kinneer services, plus we started a salon also.
Salon.
Yeah, salon also we started. It was by the United Nations Solidarity Fund. We started La Beauty Style Salon, and all the people, it is run and managed by transgender people. So it is in Ghaziabad, it is on the border of Delhi, UP. And Kinneer services we started because, I believe that instead of asking for jobs, why don't you create jobs?
Right.
So we started the packaged drinking water, but during the COVID it became a very big problem. Everything got shut down and the business went down. Otherwise we had business from Vistara, Lalit Hotels, Barclays, Bank, but now things are slowly now it is again getting up. But with Kinneer services we even did placement of transgender people. Whether it was Barclays Bank, there are people given to Flipkart, Sodexo, Soho Hotels, Tata Steel, Hero Honda. We gave transgender people for work. We did placements of transgender people, and that is really going on very beautifully, the placement. First of all, what we do, we ask for example, your Flipkart. So we ask which kind of biodata you want, 12th pass, graduate. So that only biodata we send forward.
So you have a pool of data about the
about the
community
trans.
people.
Yes, it is very necessary. People should be now in the workforce, I believe. It is very necessary that people should be as a host like you. People can be camera person, people can be makeup artist, people can be anything.
Anything.
And it is necessary that people get that opportunity to express their work, productivity in the mainstream society.
And the name was very much striking, Kinnir.
Kinnir.
Kinnir from Kinnars.
Kinnars, yes.
Okay. And when coming back to Kinnars and Kinnar Akhada, I wanted to know more about it. You are the Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of Kinnar Akhada. And in 2019 Kumbh Mela, your community, your convent got the opportunity to have a holy dip in the Ganges, Yamuna Ganga confluence, no? So that is something divine and something which is, I don't know how to express that feeling, even being a woman. So what was that? How was it? How it happened?
2014, we won the Supreme Court case.
Yeah.
So the biggest, India is a cultural and a religious country.
Right.
Right. And in religion, transgenders have the position of demigods.
Yes. Even in Ramayana times,
Ramayana,
we have
Mahabharata, in Ramayana it is Dev Danuj ki nar nar shrini, Sadar Majahi Sakal Triveni. It is Dev, Dev is God, Danuj is Danuj, Dev Danuj Kinnar. Kinnars are transgenders. So they all come together to the Triveni Sangam, where Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati is there, and they take a dip in the holy water. It is mentioned in Ramayana, Tulsidas Ramayana, and even in Mahabharata if you go to see, even whether it is Arjuna taking form of Bruhanala, whether it is Amba who again takes birth as Shrikhandi. So such important positions where transgenders have been there.
recognized and accepted.
Recognized, accepted socially, religiously, even by the gods, because Shri Krishna took help of Shrikhandi to put Bhishma down. So this is a very
put Bhishma into Sharashaya.
Sharashaya. So this is the right thing what you said. So it is a very important aspect of that battle. Till Bhishma wouldn't go to the Shaya, it would be a very difficult battle for the Pandavas.
The battle would not have
ended. So it's an important position what even Shrikhandi played. I always say, the shoulders which were used to place the dharma properly, and those shoulders were forgotten in this Kali Yuga. So this is
was over a period of time the transgender community were devoid of their rights and respect.
No, and it also became because of the invasions. It became because of the invasions. After the Mughals came to India, they took the young transgenders from their home and they placed them at their harems, in their courts. So then they changed their religion also. This is the big history. If you go to see, there is a big history of that. We won't go that side.
Yes.
But yes.
And in Ramayana also, when Ram went for 14 years exile,
people waited for 14 years at the banks of
transgenders were the only community
which waited. Because Ram said that let man, woman, Pashu, Pakshi
can go back.
And he didn't say anything to our community, so they waited for 14 years waiting for Ram to come back. And then he blessed whom in the Kali Yuga, if you give the blessing, it will be a blessing. Whom you give curse, it will be a curse.
So this is the backstory behind all what we see in North India today.
What you see in the North India, this is the backstory of it.
Coming back to the
Holy Akhada. So in 2015 we decided that we should have our own congregation because we are considered as the demigod. So how to do it? How to reclaim our lost position in the religion? So we made Akhada.
That was a big challenge as well as...
I never thought it would be a big challenge. I thought there wouldn't be any problem. But the 13 Akhadas went against us. And
is it because of the patriarchal...
Of course, religious is so patriarchal. So...
there is a lot behind that smile, that laugh, I'm sure.
Yeah, the way you said it is so patriotic, and which is the fact.
It's a fact, so it's a truth.
It's a truth which we as trans women faced also. It is not only women's face, even we trans women face the same thing. But later on in 2019, we did the 2016 Kumbh Mela. There was lot of fights happening, lot of debates happening, but we didn't give up. We said we are there, we are higher than the sadhus and the sant. We are demigods. It's Dev, Danav, Yaksh, Gandharva, Kinnar, Apsara, Sant, Mahatma, Sadhu.
So you are in the hierarchy, up in the hierarchy.
Up in the hierarchy, I said. We were not giving up. And that's how things changed for us. In 2019 with Juna Akhada, we had an agreement that we will take the Shahi Snan, the holy
royal bath.
The royal bath with the Juna Akhada. So with Juna, Avahan, Agni, Dasnami, Sannyasi, Mata Akhada, and then the Kinnar Akhada all went together.
So I think the first holy dip will be by Juna and
then Avahan, then Agni, then Dasnami Panchayati Maiwada they say,
and then
Kinnar Akhada.
Then what was the feeling at that moment, moment?
I was in tears because it is breaking thousands of years of patriarchy and winning yourself and reclaiming your lost position. When you reclaim the lost position, it is a win-win situation, and I was really very emotional that day. That second, when I took the dip, I had tears rolling that even for this, and even my mother was alive that time. She was so proud of me that my child could do something like that, And
even my eyes are welling.
Yeah. So it is a feeling which cannot be, my vocabulary falls short to describe that feeling.
Just a word of congratulations is not enough for that.
No, it is.
Kodi namaskar.
No.
Let us come back to the flamboyant world from the spiritual world, Bollywood. Your presence in Bollywood, even you participated in Bigg Boss season 5. So what was that experience? Because it's totally different from the other side, what you've been talking about till now. That life is all colorful, flamboyant and flashy.
Yeah, so but for me, when I went to Bigg Boss, it was season 5, it was all celebrities were there. And people thought I would make lot of noise over there inside. But it was for the first time at national television. The world would see a transgender woman. So I kept my dignity very intact within myself. And I had to represent the community. It was not representation of Laxmi. It was representation of entire community. And I did it with lot of dignity and care.
Yeah.
And I believe that I stayed for 45 days with 3 months, 45 days.
That's not a simple thing.
And that's not a simple thing. Before that, before Bigg Boss, I was very ferocious. I didn't have patience in me. But Bigg Boss taught me patience. I came to, means as a person I changed. Honestly, nobody will say like that, but as a person I changed going into that house. I became more patientful to hear people. And that is a very plus
That's
point.
A good aspect of all reality shows, especially Bigg Boss seasons. That's what we see around, all these years. When I googled, I saw you with big celebrities, Laxmi ji, with Akshay Kumar ji, with Kiara Advani. Oh my God, many of the Bollywood actors and actresses. So you are working with them as a dance master, as an artist, as a dancer and actor?
Laxmi movie had come.
Yes, Laxmi Bomb.
Yeah, Laxmi Bomb had come. No, that became Laxmi.
Laxmi later on. Okay.
Later on it became Laxmi. So they asked me to help in the promotion. And when I saw that movie, so there were some good points which they wanted to show to the mainstream society. So I supported the movie. Some people didn't support the movie. That is their perspective. Everybody has their own perspective.
Right.
And that's how I became close to Akshay also, Kiara also, whether it is Salman Khan, whether it is Sanjay Dutt.
I'm a big fan of Kiara.
Yeah, okay.
Tell her that.
I'll
have a
surely
fan
tell
from
her.
Kerala.
I will surely tell her. They all, they respect me, and they respect the work which I did. है तो हम भी भगवान की ही एक देन.
दिल खोल के अपनाने की अब हमारी बारी है.
Still you're associating with all of them? Or
Yeah, we are in connection with all of them, no?
you have any plans to act?
If there is a good role, good character, which suits my position, then only I'll act.
Okay. In any language?
In any language.
It can be in Malayalam also.
No problem. I'm totally up for it.
Coming back to Kinnara Akhara, see, people, ordinary people know very little about akharas and the rules, how you sannyasis live there, what is the role of each person there, about the life inside an akhara. So I wanted to know more.
See, akhada is a religious congregation, and when it is a religious congregation, it has positions of people. Every people, I am the acharya Mahamandaleshwar, below me is Mahamandaleshwar, below them is Shri Mahant, then the sadhu and the sadhvis.
And Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, I came to know that it's almost just below Shankaracharya, or
Yeah,
the
it
second,
is as
almost
yeah, it is a very big
very
position.
very big position.
It's a very big position, and that I am the acharya of the akhada, and the rules and regulation are same as how other sadhus and sadhu. Only the difference is that we do shingar.
Huh.
We do shingar because other sadhus, you see, they are not into shingar or anything. We are into
They are Vairagis.
They are Vairagis. They do Vairagya and everything. But we do shingar for our God because we are kinnars. We are demigods, we say. We come in the section of the demigods. So we dress up and we get ready for the God himself, for the Almighty Shiva. This also has a meaning. Everything over here on this. And then we wear Rudraksha. Today I am wearing very little
You're wearing a Rudraksha and Shivaling.
Shivalingi
Okay.
over here.
Okay. So and about the forehead, you're wearing this Shiva,
This
Shakti
is Shiva.
Sankalpa.
Yeah, this is Shiva, Shakti and Hari.
And what is the place of Hari in that? Vishnu.
The line which goes straight up,
Okay. So Vishnu, Shiva,
and Shakti,
Shakti, all rolled in one
one tilak.
tilak. Great. And what are your plans, your wishes?
So we established the akhada to regain our lost position in the traditional cultural values of the society, and it's very necessary. Being India as a cultural and a religious country, once you have a position in your established position in the society and in the religion, it breaks down a lot of stigma and discrimination. The perspective of people change, and it happened because of the Kinnar Akhada. People who used to consider that they are a nuisance in the society, they just clap hands, they just become naked, they create nuisance and all that thing. It changed a lot, and it's very necessary. The change, I always believe that change is inevitable, Change is what is nature, and change does happen. Thousands of years old congregations would never allow women akhada to happen. Those people accepted the Kinnar Akhada. The sadhus are the most difficult to, break the barriers.
Yes.
But that barrier is broken. And today I believe the mainstream society should learn that transgender are as equal as any man and woman. And their rights is there not only in the basic human rights, constitutional rights, but it is in our culture. It is not from now. It is thousands and thousands of years old, and this is what is our India all about.
This is actually your vision about India. I'm sure.
India is all about culture. India is all about the traditions what we have, and that only we have to restore, nothing new.
So as a Kinnar, as a true Indian, as a true citizen of India and a cultural activist, I should use the term, what do you want to tell the world about our country?
that our country is very diverse and still we are very one. We may have lot of differences. There are many religions. We have to respect every religion. It may be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christians, Jains, Buddhist. We all are there, very different people. There is so much of culture in this country. In spite of being so diverse, we are one. What is first is, I always say the first religion is being an Indian is my first religion.
Great. So we are all inclusive. Should be inclusive in
Of
nature.
course we should be inclusive about everything.
And talking from in front of the camera of the News18 team, I would love to ask you about Mission Pani project at the end of this talk.
Mission Pani, I got associated with News18 because water is Ganga, and water is today's generation don't understand the value of water, how important water is, because in coming future water is one resource where everyone will fight for. We need to save our rivers, we Indians call rivers Mata.
Ganga Maya.
Ganga Maya, Yamuna Maya, Saraswati, Godavari. Even in Kerala there is Perar, Pamba.
Yes.
See, all the rivers are there, and we need to really save the water for the coming generation. So for that movement, when I was asked to be part of it, I was more than happy to be part with the Mission Pani program.
So let us hope that that will continue, and more efforts and more work will happen in that realm, even in Kerala also. With the support of News18 and with your support.
I really wish all the best, because it's necessary to save water. So Mission Pani of News18 is the best mission, I believe.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you,
so
Laxmi ji. And I think in my career, in my television career, this is the first time I'm meeting somebody who is, of course, you being a transgender, I would elevate your position from a normal human being to an extraordinary human being who understands, who accepts, who loves everybody, every animate and living.
Thank you so much, Rajani. It was really nice talking to you. And
Great.
Thank you for your entire team of News18.
Thank you.
This was a beautiful session. Being in the Kerala, God's own country, it's a beautiful experience for me also. Thank you so much.
Thank you.